Welcome in, everyone. We have a very important topic to talk about today, and that is President Donald Trump is seething with rage. That is right. He is very angry at Israel and at Iran as a very fragile peace agreement / ceasefire is attempting to hold amid violations reportedly from both sides. Trump came out and spoke to the media, took to Truth Social with some more messages, dropped an F-bomb. We have the video and pictures and much more. But President Donald Trump is not happy at either side right now as everyone is praying the ceasefire holds and the 12-day war is officially over. We're going to get into all of that and much more. But before we do, please make sure to like and subscribe. Costs you guys absolutely nothing and is a huge boost to the channel. Comment with your thoughts below. I'm trying to respond to as many as I can. Commenting is also huge. And then hit the bell and make sure all your notifications are turned on so you guys do not miss a video. You will be the most informed people on YouTube. You have all the up-to-date information, including today's topic, which, like I said, is President Donald Trump is very pissed at the Israelis and at the Iranians. Let's get into it right now. I'm filming this video on June 24th, Tuesday, June 24th. On Monday, June 23rd, a ceasefire agreement was announced by President Donald Trump that Israel and Iran had agreed that a ceasefire would take place, I believe 12 hours after the initial post went up, and then 12 hours after that, the war would be officially over. So the war officially is scheduled to end today, June 24th, and it was a 12-day war. That's what everyone's calling it. That's what the president's calling it. Israel obviously did much more damage. The United States of America took out Iran's nuclear program at 3 different facilities, Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan, dropping 12 GBU-57s at Fordo, 2 GBU-57s at Natanz, and then roughly 30 cruise missiles hit Isfahan, rendering the 3 sites completely useless. No matter what anyone says, that appears to be backed up by the facts of the matter. You can't drop 360,000 pounds of bombs in one location and expect anything to survive. So the peace deal ceasefire was announced. It appeared like it was great news, but already there were violations on both sides that were getting ready to kick off. Iran was launching missiles after the ceasefire, shortly after the ceasefire took effect. Israel was responded by putting planes in the air, by scrambling jets to go hit more targets inside of Iran, and President Donald Trump was not happy. He was very upset, very angry. I will put this one up here first for you. He took to Truth Social. He said, Israel, do not drop those bombs. If you do it, it is a major violation. Bring your pilots home now. Donald J. Trump, President of the United States. And as you can see, he wrote that in all caps, which of course means that he means business with it. But he didn't just post on Truth Social. He then spoke to the media about his frustration and outrage and anger about the situation, saying at this point, it seems like, and I'm quoting him, not my words, neither side knows what the fuck they're doing at this point. And again, you could see the anger in his face. You could hear the anger in his comments specifically towards Israel with the fact they were sending more jets and that they had dropped all these bombs after the ceasefire was announced but had not taken effect. So it was announced, Israel went to go get some more strikes in, dropped a ton of bombs. That clearly pissed President Trump off, and he let the media know he is not happy. Let's go ahead and watch a video of his comments right now.
I don't like the fact that Israel went out this morning at all, and I'm going to see if I can stop it. So as soon as I get away from you, I'm going to see if I can stop it, okay?
Do you believe that Iran is still committed to peace?
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too.
Are you questioning if Israel is committed?
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I'd never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because of one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have 2 countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Do you want to respond to Iran on this?
So that right there was President Donald Trump making it very clear he is not happy with either side. But notice in that video, the majority of his comments were not directed at Iran. They were directed at Israel, specifically carrying out massive strikes after the ceasefire was announced but had not taken effect yet. And then the fact they had planes in the air to go hit Iran after Iran attempted an alleged violation of the ceasefire early on, but as Iran has been struggling to move the needle at all for essentially the entire war. They got their teeth kicked in, they got punched in the face, then 7 B-2 stealth bombers flew into their airspace, escorted by 5th generation stealth fighters from America, and hit whatever they wanted to, and Iran never got a shot off. So it shouldn't surprise anyone that whatever Iran's doing, including firing 14 ballistic missiles, I believe, at the base in Qatar, the U.S. base in Qatar, which were all shot down other than one, which was allowed to land in the desert somewhere near absolutely nobody. It's been a pathetic performance. But right now, and that's probably why right now Trump is so angry and frustrated with the Israelis, he also posted this. I'll throw these messages up on the screen for you right here about how Israel agreed to call off the attack. I think they only ended up hitting one radar site, but didn't actually carry out the massive bombing attack they were planning on doing after President Trump got on the phone with Benjamin Netanyahu and made it clear that would not be acceptable. It says, Israel is not going to attack Iran. All planes will turn around and head home while doing a friendly plane wave to Iran. Nobody will be hurt. The ceasefire is in effect. Thank you for your attention in this matter. Donald J. Trump, President of the United States, says Iran will never rebuild their nuclear facilities. That goes back to President Donald Trump making it clear that we did take out the facilities. He also addressed that and the damage the facilities took. Let's go ahead and play that clip right now.
I think it's been completely demolished. I think the reason we're here is because those pilots, those B-2 pilots, did an unbelievable job. And, you know, the fake news, like CNN in particular, they're trying to say, well, I agree that it was destroyed, but maybe not that destroyed. You know what they're doing? They're really hurting great pilots that put their lives in the line. CNN is scum, and so is MSDNC. They're all, and frankly, the networks aren't much better. It's all fake news, but they should not have done that. Those pilots hit their targets. Those targets were obliterated, and the pilots should be given credit. They're not after the pilots, they're after me. They want to try and demean me.
In terms of what comes next, all eyes will be on whether or not this very fragile ceasefire, the attempted peace, the attempt to bring the 12-day war, as it is now called, to an end, that is what everyone is paying attention to. As you can see from President Donald Trump's comments, he has 100% interest not in escalating the situation, not in letting the killing continue, not in letting the dying continue. He wants this over with. He wants this resolved. He wants this done. And right now, as you could tell by his anger at Israel and Iran, future violations of the ceasefire will not be tolerated. He's not going to let it happen. And he got on the phone to stop Israel from carrying out a massive attack now that the ceasefire is in place. Instead, they flew some planes around and hit one target area. It appears that Iran is willing to let that go and move on, and the war is over. Will the war stay over? That remains to be seen, but that is what we are all watching at this point. But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below what you think about Trump's reaction to the ceasefire's comments, his anger directed at Israel and Iran. Make sure to like and subscribe. Again, costs you guys nothing and it is a huge boost. Hit the bell. Make sure all notifications are turned on so you won't miss a thing. And I'll see you whenever we have new updates.